Gentlemen, Miller here, and we have a supply problem, and I do not mean the price of tea leaves. I refer to the technical catastrophe that has just landed on our hard drives. The last year was a bloodbath. AAA titles costing $70 and running worse than a PowerPoint presentation on a toaster. And what did almost all these disasters have in common? That's right, Unreal Engine 5. The internet narrative is easy. It's comfortable. They say the engine is trash. They say Epic Games has broken the industry. They say shader compilation is the devil. It's an adorable theory. But Archibald has crunched the numbers and has a different conclusion. If you give a Ferrari to a teenager who just got his license and he crashes into a tree at 200 kilometers per hour, do you blame Italian engineering or do you blame the IDI behind the wheel? Let's be fair, comrade. Our outrage is selective. We have a confirmation bias the size of a Call of Duty Day 1 patch. When Starfield launched running at 30 frames per second and asking for a loading screen just to open a drawer, did we see headlines saying Creation Engine 2 is the cancer of the industry? No, we said, well, it's Bethesda, it's their charm. When Cyberpunk 2077 launched as a crime against humanity, did we blame its proprietary engine, the REDengine? No, we blamed management. It is the Toyota Corolla effect. We see more Unreal Engine accidents, not because it is bad, but because it is everywhere. We attack Unreal because it has a label on its forehead. The others, we give them a free pass due to nostalgia. And that, my friends, is intellectual dishonesty. So, if Unreal is so hard to tame, why on earth is the entire industry, from Hideo Kojima to CD Projekt Red, abandoning their own engines to use Epic's? The answer is easy. Human resources. Look at the Frostbite disaster at Electronic Arts. They tried to force a shooter engine to make role-playing games. The result? Engineers crying in the bathrooms and broken games like Anthem. The problem is education. If you use a proprietary engine, it takes 6 months to train a new hire. That is expensive. But if you use Unreal, my friend, universities spit out thousands of graduates every year who already know how to use Unreal. It is the McDonaldization of development. You don't look for the best chef. You look for someone who can operate the standardized deep fryer from day one. It is a financial decision, not an artistic one. But standardization brings a terrible vice, laziness. In my day, optimizing meant cleaning code. It meant mathematical elegance. Today, optimizing means turn on NVIDIA DLSS and p-fray the user's $1,000 graphics card does the dirty work. Unreal Engine 5 is so powerful. With its Nanite and Lumen, the developers assume the magic is free. But magic has a price, and that price is your PC sounding like a jet engine trying to render a start menu. It's not that the engine is heavy. It's that they use it like a microwave, put garbage in, push a button, and expect a banquet. Are we condemned then to a future of poorly optimized clones? Not everyone. Look at Nintendo. Look at Capcom with their REDengine. Their games load in seconds. They have their own visual identity. Why? Because they are TILs making bespoke suits. The rest of the industry is buying off-the-rack suits at Tim Sweeney's supermarket. Unreal Engine is not the end of the industry. It is a wonderful tool, but its monopoly represents the end of technical diversity. We are entering an era where games will be visually impressive, but generically identical. We have traded craftsmanship for efficiency. And as any economist will tell you, when there is only one supplier in the market, quality always drops. I am Edward Miller. Archibald suggests you subscribe if you value your intellect. I simply say, keep your drivers updated. Over and out.